Hello, hello, and thank you for listening to another episode of the Ask a Photographer podcast. I'm your host, Mike Biblino, and I just want to thank everybody before I start. Thank you for listening to the podcast and especially for sending in your questions. Without your questions, I don't have a podcast, and thank you very much to the people that have. And, if you'd like to submit a question, get a link back to your website and also a free preset pack, the same one that I use in my business, please go to biblino.com/ask. That's biblino.com/ask. Now, my voice is a little bit husky today. I actually went and photographed a wedding a few days ago. I got sick. I don't know, somebody sneezed on me. I don't know what the hell happened. Just at the wrong place at the wrong time. I've come back. I sound like a very romantic man, which is not too bad considering it was just Valentine's Day. And unfortunately, it did not help. I did not get lucky. I'm sorry, that was a very bad dad joke. All right, let's move on to into this week's question. And it's from Maxwell. And Maxwell is asking a question which has been around forever. I certainly remember this type of question when I first started. Basically, Maxwell says, the forums I'm a member of has had a lot of talk about working for free and how this can negatively impact you and your business. The post was directed at new photographers giving away their services for free just to portfolio build. My question is there ever a good time to work for free as a photographer? Hey Maxwell, thanks for your question. Is there ever a good time to work for free? Absolutely, there is a good time to work for free. We all probably have done it and probably still do it some point within our careers. And there's nothing wrong with giving stuff away for free, provided that you get some sort of benefit back. And I know that it sounds, sounds selfish, but let's be honest. Our time, even if you just, our time is very, very important. We could be spending with our families. We could be doing a whole heap of other things. And if you're giving your stuff away for free, you should definitely be getting something back from it. Now, just before I run through some of the things that we could give away for free and how it will benefit us, let's just go on the other perspective of basically negatively impacting you and your business. Now, it can. Think of it this way. If you've got a whole heap of photographers that are charging $5,000 for their services, they're nice premium products, nice service, come in, they give you drinks and nibblies, and they put a nice slideshow together, and basically they pamper you. Your products come in nice packaging, and basically it's a full service. They don't sell anything that's unframed. If you want to get digital files, it's at a premium, because what they're trying to sell you is these large wall collections and albums and beautiful other products. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Then if you've got a whole heap of people coming in that's either giving their stuff away for free or for very, very little cost, if it's only a few people, not a problem. But when this starts outweighing the amount of people that are providing a premium service, it starts to dilute what photography is, and therefore diluting the price and changing people's perception. I can't talk today. Perception as to what the cost of photography should be. If you're paying $5,000 for a nice collection of frame prints and canvases, and you may get some digital files with that and a book, and and here you are giving your digital files away, which you can do anything with for next to nothing or nothing. Well, that's how I can see it affecting the industry as a whole. If we get a lot more people that come in and saturate the market with cheap photography. Now, if your photography is really, really good and you're giving your stuff away for free and you're just doing it because, the love of it, well, that's one thing. And if everyone's doing that, well, then that's a problem for the people that provide a premium product, because they're, first of all, trying to match. First of all, they're trying to provide a premium product. And if you're providing just as good quality and even providing things like frames and stuff like that, but for next to nothing, you're doing it at a cost, then there's no reason for them to go to the more expensive photographers, is there? And, if everybody was to, I guess, charge a similar price, maybe a few $100 difference, it's not a big deal. But similar price, then it'll come down to the quality of your work and the service that you're providing. That's what would differentiate you as a quality photographer to someone that's not quality. Um, and that's how I guess we all want business to be, on a level playing field. But when people are giving us stuff away for free, then yeah, it does cause problems at the top end of the market and even at the middle end of the market. And then it's just the fastest way down to the bottom, and we're all giving away stuff for free or next to nothing and having to work extremely hard to get the same amount of money. And sometimes we're not even making that amount of money as we did before. So that's I guess it in a nutshell, Maxwell. So yes, it can you and your business, and that's how really. Now, giving your stuff away for free, do what you want. It's your photography, but do it so you get something back, right? And I don't think there's anything wrong with portfolio building and giving, if you've got a model, or if you're a family that you've put, an ad on online, and you said, I want five families. I'm trying to build my portfolio. Well, you got to start somewhere, right? Because I remember when I first started, I contacted a few photographers, got nothing. Thinking back now, I probably should have contacted photographers that were out of my area. For obvious reasons. They probably thought I was, would be direct competition, and I probably would have been down the track. But the fact is that I had to give stuff away for free. I did, I think it was about 10 times. That included family portraits, engagement sessions, and one wedding. And because of that, that started my portfolio, and I continued on. But I did start charging, more than rock bottom prices. I commanded a fee that I felt was in middle in my area, and as I shouldn't have it at the top, because my editing and my products I was offering at the time were not the best. That of course has gotten better over the years, but and so have my prices. I've risen my prices now. Yes, you should portfolio build. You need to do it. Otherwise, you won't learn how to interact with a customer. You won't know how to deliver a product. You won't know how to edit your photography. So you definitely need to give stuff away for free. If you constantly do it all the time, then yeah, that's bad, and you're going to be known as a photographer that gives stuff away for free, and people will just come to see you and be your mate because of that reason alone, not because of your work. And then they'll find, hey, the work is, it's okay, passable. We'll just speak to that person. We'll get that stuff for free. You don't want to be that person. Now, the next thing would be charity work. Yes, you should help charity. There's a reason why charities do auctions and get the word out there, is because they want exposure for their charity, their cause, and I think that we all should do something like that at least once a year or even twice. Do something nice like that. If you have some friends or family that have been affected by something, and there is a charity that they were closely linked because of that illness or something, then absolutely provide your services for free. As a byproduct of that, you will get free exposure, and there could be an opportunity that if you're providing a portrait session, for argument's sake, well then you could upsell that client that bought that that silent auction product. That's the type of thing I've done in the past. Put my products up for a silent auction. Made $500 each silent auction for the charity, and the families that have used me have told their friends, and I got referrals that way, and of course they bought a few extra products, and that's how I guess it benefits us. There is also that that warm fuzzy feeling that you get, that you are helping someone, and you should do it genuine. Be genuine about the whole thing. Don't just do it because you're gonna get free exposure. Yeah. Now the next thing would be personal work. If your work that you're, say for instance, you've been in the industry for a while, and there's some of the stuff that you like to pursue, and it may involve using either models or just putting an ad out for a certain type of person, people that have dogs, and you want to do a project that involves people with their animals, how alike they look or something with, living with each other over the years. Something like that, you know what I mean? Yeah, giving your stuff away for free so you could do this personal work. Yeah, absolutely. You grow as an artist. It does benefit your clients because it allows your creative juices to flow. Because if you've been in the industry for a while, and especially in the same type of job, it gets a little bit stale. And, you're doing the same thing over and over again because that's what sells. That gets a little bit stale. So, mixing up a little bit does help you. Now, just lastly, if it's a type of photography you've never done before, so say, for instance, you're into, let's see, you're a wedding photographer, okay? I'm just trying to think of a genre that's very different from one another, and say, for instance, you're a wedding photographer and you want to get into real estate photography. Well, that's very, very different. Different types of lighting, and you're interacting with different types of clientele. Your editing is slightly different. So yeah, maybe starting one or two jobs for free, so you get some sort of portfolio, and then progressing on from there. The other thing would be, if you're a landscape photographer, and you want to get into, say, portraits or even headshots. Well, you got to have to, the fact that you don't talk to anyone when you're doing landscapes, but when you're with a headshots, especially, you've got such a small amount of time with them. Be able to converse and have a quick conversation and make them feel at ease is very important. So definitely giving stuff away for free is ideal, because then you'll learn some of the traits that you need to become a successful portrait photographer or headshot photographer. And the delivery of the products is very different too. Digital files as opposed to a print. And as I mentioned before, the editing is different too. So that's just some things to think about, Maxwell. Thanks for your question, Maxwell, and I hope that helps.
If you have a question that you'd like featured on the show, go to biblino.com/ask to submit your question. I'd love to hear what you think of the show by going to iTunes or Stitcher and giving me a review and a rating. And don't forget to subscribe so you get notifications of new episodes. Thanks for listening. Until next time, get out and take more photos. Oh, look, it's a cat in front of a sunset.